How you doing, everyone? Welcome to Let's Get Streamed. What I got today is a brand new Prince Textream Warrior. Textream Warrior 100 square inch Prince Power Level 1000. Mid plus. I consider the 100 square inch a mid plus size. The string pattern on it is 16 by 18, so it has one less cross string. The unstrung balance is written on here as 31.5 cm. However, when I measured it, it's a couple of points more headlight. That's already factored in with the extra plastic wrap and the free racket dampener, vibration dampener that they give you. So even if I remove them, it would still be more headlight than what they stated here. And the weight, the swing weight, unstrung swing weight is 291. I measured it to be pretty close. That part of it I'm happy with it. It's 291 or 292 units strung. I bought two of them. So this one is the one that's closer to spec. The other one is way too heavy on a static weight. Well, this one I measured it. So far, it's about 303 grams, and the other one it's like 305 or 306, and the swing weight is like 297. That one I'm probably gonna end up returning it to Tennis Warehouse because I don't think I'm gonna be able to swing that much swing weight when it's all said and done. So I've decided to string this one up because I'm gonna be keeping it. I'm stringing it up with my trusted Head Lynx Tour in the 17 gauge. That's 1.25 millimeter. I wanna also review in this video is my new power station that I just got. This is the first one of its kind that I've got. As you can see, I've already got it plugged into this AC port. You can see it's got AC ports, it's got USB ports, USB-C for fast charging, and also a couple of other 12 volt outputs, and the input port for charging. And it also comes with flashlight, and it does like emergency flashing with SOS signals and whatnot. So it's for outdoor camping purposes. Most of these you can hook up the solar panels with it. So if you're outdoors, it's supposed to be pretty useful. One thing I noticed on the AC output is that on this ground hole that's for the ground prong over here is actually empty. I actually bought two different models of these units. The other one that I have upstairs is the same thing, which means that only these top two holes are live with hot on one side and ground or neutral on the other. It doesn't really have a true ground, but I've tested it. I plugged it into it. My transformer down there, the LED is on for the stringer, and I go ahead and turn on the stringer. Before I plugged it into the stringer, I measured with my multimeter over here. The output from my transformer is supposed to put out like 75 watts. That's like 15 volts DC on the output side, because that's a to D transformer. So on the output side, it's supposed to put out 15 volts and 4,000 milliamp. That's 4 amps, direct current. So 75 watts. So I measured it before I plugged into the stringer. Obviously I don't want to end up damaging my stringer, so it measured perfect. It measured just as if it's coming out of the wall socket. It's just a little bit above 15 volts, same exact voltage that I measure out of the wall. And I'm interested to see how long would one charge of this power station last me. Will it last me at least one complete string chops? I guess we'll find out. I mean, It came out of the box brand new with about, halfway charged. This unit, 100 AC output is 100 volt and 200 watt. That must be the maximum. So I don't know what the maximum capacity is. Out of the two units that I bought, one of them is supposed to be 300 watt max and the other one is 200 watts. So I'm not sure which one this is, but anyways, it's halfway full, and I'm gonna go ahead and string a tennis racket with it. So stay tuned. So you can actually see as the puller is pulling, it's drawing up to like 10 or 14 watts on the display. I don't know how accurate that is, and it's good that it shows you the battery level, so as it gets depleted, we'll be able to see. We're gonna mount the racket with the Prince logo side facing up. I've strung the same racket before for my friend Ron, and he let me hit with his racket for like 5 to 10 minutes, and I really liked it. This racket is designed for beginner intermediate players, so it suits me just fine. I need all the help I can get in terms of, in the power department. A lot of times my shots would fall short, and it's prone to getting attacked, so my goal is to, with the help of the rackets, my goal is to get consistent depth with my shots. I don't want them to land in the no man's land where any high 3.5 or 4.0 players can easily step up and put the balls away. So hopefully we'll see how these rackets work out. If they happen to work out, if this or maybe more than one happen to work out, I might end up selling my Speed MPs. Yeah, even though I tell myself not to keep switching rackets, but I just can't help it. This was on sale at Tennis Warehouse for only 69 bucks. How can I say no to that? But yeah, I strung my other Speed MP with this string at 46.45, and that's also 100 square inch. That one doesn't have as thick of a frame as this. The Speed MP is 23 millimeter constant beam, whereas this one is like 21 point or 22.5 up here, I think, and 25 here in the middle, where it's the thickest, and then it goes back down to like 22.5 or 21.5 over here. And I remember it's a big difference in the taper. So this racket should give me more power than the Speed MP. Therefore, I wouldn't need the string tension to be so low. I'm gonna do 48.46. I think even numbers are easier for me to remember than odd. I'll vary them by 2 pounds. Not much, 2 pounds. However, I realized the cross tensions by nature don't don't end up as high as the main, so there's really no reason for me to string them lower. From my recent experience, I religiously always string the crosses lower by 2 to 4 pounds. You know what? Let me do 47 pounds full bed, so I don't have to worry about 2 different tensions. So just 47 pounds full bed with no pre-stretch. So you know what it means. If what this means is that if this power station can work out, I can actually take the stringer out on the road and do some mobile stringing. Say, you know, at a park or somewhere where there's no nearby these power receptacles for me to get power from. I can just use this. I just don't know how many string jobs that it's good for. I mean, I've never string for multiple people on one shot before, but if it's able to handle multiple rackets, then why not? I know it's supposed to last, let's say if you're out camping somewhere with a family, all those connections, you can charge multiple devices. It's, you know, up to a certain maximum, and it's designed to last at least a few hours, you know, to a whole day, at least in the afternoon, I would think, depending on how many devices are drawing the power. Why would I have this thing on? First, I was looking at some other types of battery backups that's able to provide like DC voltage, 24 volts DC voltage. And then I just happened to see a bunch of power stations, so I thought, then why not? With these power stations, I could just plug the AC cord directly into it and let the original transformer does its job. This machine, I've been able to use two different voltages. It originally came with a 24 volt 3 amp transformer. That blew out within the warranty period, like right around a year, so I was able to get that replaced by the vendor, by the seller. And then I just recently found out that they didn't replace me with the same exact voltage. This one is not a 24 volt one. This one is actually 15 volt and 4 amps. But if you multiply, I don't know if you know that power is equal to current times voltage. Both sets of these currents and voltages, they multiply into the same wattage, which is 75 watts. So the overall power draw is the same. I'm just surprised that the circuitry within this motor is able to accommodate two different voltages. That must have been designed into it. I mean, I guess AC wise, this machine can use either 110 volt in Asia or 120 volt in North America, or 240 in some European, 220 or 240 in European region. So I'm not surprised that it's able to consume a different DC supply voltage as well. the Lynx Tour is a real good string, as long as you don't string it too high. That is why I'm not even doing 48. Even in the summertime, I wouldn't string this higher than 48. I learned the hard way. It's a very stiff string right off the bat, and it softens up after the first or second session. Okay, we have our first grommet skip. 7th hole is a skip. I'm going to the 8th hole on the bottom. There's no skip up top, so only skipping up at the bottom. And for our 8th string, we're skipping the 8th hole and going to the 9th hole up top. So 8th hole is the skip up top, and down the bottom we're also skipping at the bottom. We're skipping the 9th hole and going to the 10th hole at the bottom. All right, I'm okay with that. Since these grommet holes are still small and they're brand new, I'm just using the Wilson Pro knot. One thing about open patterned rackets is that they tend to eat up strings quick because the distance between strings is greater, so it's supposed to grab the ball more and impart more spin. And the result of that is more wear and tear on the strings, making them snap or wear out faster. I mean, I'm not such a big hitter, so I hope I won't notice that much of a difference. Let me check for mistakes. I think in general the black colored polys tend to be livelier than the other colors, but it's kind of difficult to see when I string it because my machine is black and all the posts are black, and so it's like looking at black on black. Good that the battery level didn't even drop one bit. I'm sure it dropped, it just doesn't show on the display there. Got 3 more crosses. Let me see if I got enough string. 2, 3. Let's go into the puller. Should be perfect. I won't be able to pre-weave the last 2 or 3 though. But we'll see. See, this drum is labeled cross tie off, so I can't clamp off too close to it. Gotta leave some room for the knot. The hole is nice and big. Be all good. perfect now. Sweet. Feels good. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be going upstairs and do some more customization work. If I do end up keeping this racket, I'll be sure to share an additional racket review and what my final spec turns out to be. So I'll follow up with another video. So stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching, and please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Take care.